Oh, hi, Nigel. I know you're really busy planning today's press conference. And don't worry, in a minute, I'm going to talk about your great plan that you're going to announce. But honestly, there's just so much to cover. Like, you can tell me nobody watches the channel at all. So, who is this church warden that appears to be acting as a front for, well, to be fair, some dodgy characters who's donating £200,000 to reform? Via a company that, to be frank with you, Nigel, seems a little bit dodgy. A company that owed the taxman £218,000, but who paid you £200,000. And would you believe it, the church warden seems to be working for Mr. and Mrs. Gandhari. You know, the same Iranian billionaires that seemed to sponsor your space over in Davos the other week. Like, I'm sure you're going to just want to clear this up in your upcoming press conference, especially as Mrs. Gandhari's mum is down as a politically exposed person. Or another way of saying it, a high-risk person from a post-Soviet state. Seemingly, she's quite a woman of mystery. They don't even know whether she's still alive. Anyway, it's a bit weird, isn't it? So maybe you could just clarify the situation. Now, when we're talking about clarifying the situation, do you also think at the press conference you could talk about your relationship with Steve Bannon and possibly Steve Bannon's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? Oh, and Peter Thiel as well, actually. It's just that the latest cache of documents seem to be suggesting that all these people had something to do with our Brexit. And whilst the British media seem to be really focusing on Peter Mandelson, which to be fair is also valid, I'm a bit curious why they're so focused on some historical dodgy dealings when at this precise moment in time you are very contemporary with the potential of becoming a Prime Minister, according to the polls. And I mean, let's not forget, it's not just you, is it? Boris Johnson and Jacob Rees-Mogg seem to be tied up in all of this as well. I mean, to be honest, I've also got questions around the WikiLeaks stuff and Hillary Clinton. It's just that those questions have never been answered either. Like, I guess what I'm struggling with a little bit, Nigel, is that people seem to think we can only investigate Peter Mandelson or you. And I would have thought we should be investigating, like, you and him. Like, Mandelson is done and dusted, isn't he? Probably will end up in jail if the recent documents are anything to go by. But at this moment in time, you've put, like, Matt Goodwin up as one of your wannabe MPs. Here he is, fanboying over, oh, that's right, Steve Bannon. That'll be Steve Bannon, your friend. I'm only showing all the pictures because I know how quickly you forget that you know these people. Like, remember when you said you didn't know who Nathan Gill was? Or that time you said you'd never met the Russian ambassador. Or that time you forgot about why you'd met with Julian Assange. If you don't mind me saying, Nigel, given that you yourself are in the Epstein documents, not for doing anything dodgy, well, other than chatting with Steve Bannon and being seemingly part of an organisation that he was planning around the world to try to change the democracy of the Western world, other than that, allegedly, you guys have been very quiet about Epstein. Other than Peter Mandelson. Given the quite horrific allegations against your friend Donald, it was a bit weird to see Andrea Jenkins a little bit flummoxed when questioned about why are you guys still so loyal to him. Speaking of dodgy, my bad, Doge, colour me shocked to find out that you didn't find any savings. Maybe your first mistake was thinking that Elon Musk had actually found any savings over in the States. Maybe you're going to cover this in your press conference later, though. Just one more thing before I get to this. This was a very interesting article in the Telegraph today. People have to stop defaming you and defaming reform. Like, to be fair, I don't think they are defaming you. They're just reporting you accurately, like you were on the side of sexual predators online. Even defending AI-generated porn. And trying to hold you to account for abhorrent statements that you seem to have held both in your youth, as witnessed by over 34 people in the end, and the fact that even as an adult you seem to be spouting the same sort of stuff just in a different way, seems to suggest people aren't defaming you, they're just asking very valid questions. Anyway, I'm sure journalists will be asking about all of this and more in today's press conference. The press conference where you're going to announce this policy change. A package that's going to cost around £5 billion, which you're going to fund by reinstating the two-child benefits cap. But that's the two-child benefit cap that you said that you were going to remove last May. But then, actually, I've just remembered when Labour said that they were going to remove it, you said you were going to reinstate it for some people. It's like the okey cokey. Are you in or out on this two-child benefit cap, Nigel? It's almost like you're just pulling these policies out of your arse and not really knowing your arse from your elbow. Which, incidentally, full disclosure, that is what I believe. Now, apparently you're going to let Lee Anderson flesh out the plan this afternoon at the press conference. And you've done that thing again where you've tried to talk about history because you think it makes you sound intelligent. As ever, though, I suspect you've gone for a soundbite as opposed to the reality. You see, pubs have been in decline for a number of years. The younger generation seldom just pop on down to the local. Like a lot of people attribute supermarkets selling alcohol as the beginning of the decline. And I know you love your bit of nostalgia posing with a fag and a pint, but in reality, health concerns means that actually younger folk don't really do that, Nigel. But, as usual, your 5-point plan is deeply flawed. For sure, pubs are struggling, so there's no guarantee that if you cut VAT, that the pubs are going to pass that on to the punters. I mean, I would have thought pubs that are struggling are going to use the cut in order to help them to survive as opposed to passing it on to their regulars. In fact, halving VAT is one of the least targeted ways you could have chosen to help save pubs. Abolishing the business rate sounds great, doesn't it, Nigel? But guess who's going to have to pick up the deficit? The local councils. Local councils who are already struggling to make ends meet. And I haven't even looked at the just sheer social conscience of you prioritising pubs, hopefully reducing the price of a pint, but actually putting more children back under the poverty line. Anyway, I don't know why I bothered doing this video. No doubt the British media will be at your press conference later on today and they are going to ask you about all of this and probably a lot more. And they're going to really drill down on what seems to me to be an ill thought out policy designed to grab headlines. Like, I know I said this the other day after I watched that terribly dull promo video that you did, when I said you reminded me of somebody from Dad's Army. This "we'll all go down the pub and have a cheap drink." Like, that's from another era. The world has moved on, Nigel. You should keep up, you really should. Anyway, good chat, as you were.